ToughBuilt is showing up strong in 2026 with a lineup that's grabbing attention on job sites across the board. These aren't gimmicks, these are tools built for the pros who grind hard every single day and need their gear to perform without hesitation. We're talking smarter organization, cleaner cuts, and stronger design from top to bottom. Today we're breaking down 20 brand new ToughBuilt tools worth checking out. Let's get started. If you've logged hours cutting zip ties, heavy strapping, or dense fabric with ordinary scissors, your hands already know the pain. You tighten up, your grip tires out, and every single cut becomes a chore. The open handle shears were made to eliminate exactly that. The spring-assisted open handle automatically resets between cuts, meaning your hand never has to force the blades back open manually. After a dozen cuts, that feature stops feeling like a bonus and starts feeling like a necessity. The micro-serrated blade edges lock onto slippery or stubborn materials, so nothing shifts out of position mid-cut. Everything stays controlled, clean, and precise. These shears are lightweight, ergonomically shaped, and genuinely comfortable to hold through long sessions. If your current scissors make repetitive cutting feel like a workout, these completely flip the experience. Ask any HVAC tech what it feels like to fight through thick sheet metal with weak pairs of snips, and you'll get a look of pure exhaustion. The Bulldog Aviation Snips are ToughBuilt's answer to that daily frustration. These snips are forged with induction-hardened cutting edges that last up to 10 times longer than standard cast blade alternatives. They cut cleanly through 22-gauge stainless and 18-gauge cold-rolled steel, including ductwork and steel studs without a battle. The ergonomic grip offers two distinct positions, a rear grip that gives you extra torque, and a forward grip for tighter, more precise control. Spring-assisted action keeps every cut feeling effortless, and the flush pivot bolt means the tool won't snag on your workpiece mid-cut. Add a one-handed locking system, a lanyard hole, and a lifetime warranty, and you've got snips that are genuinely built for professionals who aren't gentle with their tools. Throwing your tools into a random bucket or an overstuffed backpack works fine until it absolutely doesn't, usually right when you're in a rush. The large tool tote is what you reach for when you need something that actually handles the load. It's built from heavy-duty reinforced fabric with a solid base that won't buckle or sag under a full load of gear. And it's not just one open cavity where everything disappears. Multiple exterior pockets keep hand tools, tape measures, and drill bits sorted and instantly accessible. The cushioned handles mean a fully packed tote doesn't punish your hands during transport. Because it's flexible rather than rigid, it slides into tight spots in your truck or van way more easily than a hard toolbox. Think of it as a portable, organized workspace you can carry in one hand and drop wherever the job takes you. Nothing slows a job down faster than realizing you have the wrong bit, or even worse, no bits at all. The 24-bit precision multi-bit driver solves that problem before it ever has a chance to happen. It stores 24 different bits directly inside the handle, so switching to the right one takes seconds, not a walk back to the truck. The ergonomic grip keeps the handle comfortable even during extended use, reducing hand fatigue and giving you better torque control on each turn. Its compact form factor is especially useful in tight corners and cramped work areas where a standard driver would feel clunky. Whether you're assembling furniture, handling electronics, or knocking out quick job site fixes, this driver is the kind of tool that quietly makes every task go a bit smoother. Small in size, massive in usefulness. Digging post holes isn't glamorous work, and doing it with a flimsy digger makes it genuinely miserable. Rocky soil, stubborn roots, and compacted ground can turn a simple fence installation into a full-body battle. The ToughBuilt post hole digger brings forged blades into the equation, and those blades cut through dense soil and smaller roots with real authority. Instead of a grinding fight with every scoop, digging feels controlled and steady. The ergonomic handles give you a firm grip and genuine leverage on each lift, which reduces the strain on your shoulders during long digging sessions. Whether you're setting fence posts, planting trees, or establishing deck footings, this digger performs the way it's supposed to, without bending, breaking, or making the job harder than it needs to be. Old paint, dried adhesive, or stubborn residue that just won't budge. These are the moments when a regular utility knife falls short and you end up switching back and forth between tools trying to get the job done. The scraper utility knife eliminates that by combining both functions into one compact, well-built tool. One end carries a sharp cutting blade for clean slices. The other end has a wide scraper edge designed to chip away its surface buildup without damaging what's underneath. The non-slip handle provides a solid grip even when you're applying steady pressure over time, and the construction is meant to hold up through repetitive use without hand fatigue creeping in. Less tool switching, better results, and a workflow that actually stays on track. It's a small upgrade with a surprisingly big impact during the kind of cleanup work that usually slows everything down. Nothing kills the mood on a long job site day like cracking open a cooler full of warm drinks and watery ice. The StackTech XL cooler was built to make sure that never happens to you again. Thick wall insulation keeps everything chilled for a full 5 days straight, whether you're on a remote site, camping deep in the woods, or on an extended road haul. The 38-quart capacity fits up to 53 cans with plenty of breathing room. Then there's the StackTech system, which is where things get clever. The self-aligning design makes stacking a snap, and the auto lock mechanism clicks everything into place the second it lines up. A built-in slide switch gives you a clear visual that it's locked and secure. On top of that, you get accessory rails, IP65 rated dust and water protection, a dry goods basket, built-in bottle opener, drain spout, and lock points. It's a cooler that actually does its job right. Anyone who has ever spent 10 minutes searching for a single drill bit buried under layers of random tools, the StackTech XL drawer toolboxes are going to feel like a revelation. Every unit comes with 3 full extension drawers running on smooth ball-bearing rails that glide open completely. No halfway stops, no wrestling required. That's huge when you need to grab something small in a hurry. These boxes handle serious weight without the drawers sagging or deforming, which means they're genuinely tough enough for demanding job site conditions. They also stack seamlessly with other StackTech units, letting you build out a fully rolling workstation that follows you wherever the work takes you. It's like going from a chaotic pile of tools to a compact, organized workshop where everything has an address and nothing gets lost. There's a particular kind of frustration that only comes from pushing a dull blade through tough insulation or layered tape. You apply more force, the cut goes sideways, and a simple task turns into an annoying ordeal. The duck knife and sheath is ToughBuilt's solution for HVAC techs and anyone regularly cutting through lined or taped materials. The 11-inch blade is specifically designed for ductwork, slicing through thick tape, insulation, and cardboard with minimal effort. Clean cuts, no fighting. The included sheath clips to your belt, so the knife stays within reach and the blade stays protected when it's not in active use. That's a small detail that makes a big difference in workflow. For anyone working with duct materials every day, this is one of those tools that quietly earns its place on the belt and never comes off. Hauling a full-size saw to a quick trim job or an outdoor project is one of those things that sounds fine until you're actually doing it. The folding pull saw is the smarter move. It folds flat and packs down small enough to toss into any bag without risking cuts to your gear or your hands. And unlike traditional push saws that put strain on your arms, this one cuts on the pull stroke, giving you more control and less fatigue. It handles wood and PVC cuts cleanly and quickly, making it ideal for framing work on the move or trimming in tight spaces. The blade geometry keeps it sharp longer than you'd expect, so blade swaps aren't a constant issue. Once you use it on a job, it stops being a backup saw and becomes a first-choice tool. It's that kind of practical, no-fuss performer that earns a permanent spot in your kit. Trying to judge level by eye is a gamble that rarely pays off. One small miscalculation across a long surface can throw your entire project off and force expensive corrections you never wanted to make. The 48-inch aluminum mason's level gives you a long, accurate read across wide surfaces, so you know exactly what's true and what needs adjustment. The aluminum body keeps it light enough to handle comfortably all day without adding fatigue, while staying rigid enough to resist bending under real use conditions. The vials are large and easy to read at a glance, which matters when you're moving fast and need quick confirmation on your lines. For masonry, framing, or any layout work where accuracy is non-negotiable, this level is the kind of tool that separates professional results from amateur ones. Anyone who's tried to rake compacted ground or heavy debris with a cheap garden rake knows exactly how fast those thin tines give up. They bend, they skip, and suddenly you're doing more work with a broken tool than you would have with a good one. The forged 16-tine bow rake doesn't have that problem. All 16 tines are solid forged metal, built to dig into hard soil, pull gravel, and clear heavy debris without bending or snapping under pressure. The bow design isn't just aesthetic, it creates natural leverage that lets you move more material with each stroke while putting less strain on your arms over a long session. Whether you're prepping garden beds, leveling a path, or clearing a rough outdoor area, this rake stays aggressive and reliable from the first stroke to the last. A full day of driving nails is rough on your body. Wrists ache, arms tire out, and the occasional mist strike reminds you how unforgiving the work can be. The ToughBuilt hammer lineup is designed to take some of that punishment off your joints. Vibration-reducing handles absorb a significant portion of the impact shock on every strike, which means less stress on your wrists and elbows over the course of a full workday. The weight distribution is dialed in, so each swing feels balanced and intentional, and the nail lands right where you aimed. Select models include a magnetic nail holder that lets you position fasteners one-handed, keeping your fingers clear of the strike zone. Whether you're framing walls, finishing trim, or tackling home repairs, these hammers give you the control and comfort to work harder or longer without paying for it later.
A razor-sharp fixed blade is incredibly useful, right up until it's sitting loose in your tool bag and slicing through things it shouldn't be. The fixed blade with sliding guard is ToughBuilt's smart take on solving that tension. The blade itself is solid and stable, no flex, no wobble, which means cutting through demanding materials feels controlled and confident. The real standout feature is the sliding guard, which covers the blade completely when you're not actively using it. That's not just a safety win for your fingers, it's protection for your pouches, bags, and everything else in your kit. Deploying the blade takes a split second, and locking it away again is just as fast. It's a knife that balances serious cutting performance with built-in practicality, because a tool this sharp deserves a design that keeps everyone safe while it's off the clock.
Balancing materials on paint buckets or improvised surfaces might survive a couple of uses, but eventually something slips, something breaks, and your patience runs out. The WB700 Quickset Workbench is the reliable alternative. It folds flat for transport and sets up quickly with a solid, stable lock that doesn't budge once engaged. The working height is comfortable enough to spare your back during extended cutting, assembling, or sanding sessions. That ergonomic advantage alone is reason enough to have it. Because it collapses and sets up in moments, it's an ideal companion for anyone working across multiple locations or job sites. It doesn't just give you a surface, it gives you a real workbench experience anywhere you need one, without having to cart around something heavy or complicated. Think of the StackTech cargo carrier as a bolt-on expansion for your truck. It connects to any standard 2-inch hitch receiver and gives you a full flat cargo platform without touching the interior of your vehicle. With a 500-pound capacity, it handles heavy equipment, full tool stacks, and bulky gear that would otherwise crowd your truck bed or cab. It's designed to fit 2 complete StackTech stacks side by side, so your system stays organized and intact right through transport. Built-in tie-down points secure your load for the road, and the fold-flat design means it stores without sticking out awkwardly when it's not loaded up. For contractors and tradespeople who haul a lot of equipment across multiple sites daily, this carrier adds serious carrying capacity without the cost or complexity of a full trailer setup. 19. ToughBuilt knee pads. Hard floors are brutal on your knees, and the damage adds up quietly over time. Tile work, plumbing, flooring installs, landscaping, all of it demands you spend serious time on your knees. And cheap pads that slip around and offer minimal cushioning aren't cutting it. The ToughBuilt Gel Fit Fanatic knee pads are built differently. Gel padding molds to the shape of your knee, delivering genuine support instead of just a thin barrier between bone and concrete. The stabilizing straps hold securely without cutting off circulation, so you're not stopping every few minutes to readjust. The overall fit keeps your knees stable and your posture steady through long kneeling sessions. These aren't luxury accessories. For anyone who kneels regularly on the job, they're protective equipment that genuinely preserves your joints for the long haul. And there you have it, all 20 of the newest ToughBuilt tools turning heads in 2026. From mobile storage setups to precision cutting and rugged hauling gear, this lineup is clearly designed with actual job site needs in mind, not just for display. Now we want your take. Which of these tools stood out the most to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit like if this helped, subscribe so you don't miss our next roundup, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there.